Okay, let's make a simple program. So we saw that we're going to make a program like this, or I'm sorry, like that. By the way, what is this supposed to do? Enter your name. I don't know. What do you think it's going to do? I think, no, I don't know. What is it going to do? Well, let's see. Let's skip to the end and see what it actually does. Enter your name. Here's these buttons. It's going to do this. It's going to say, hello, Taro APU. Taro APU is what they typed into the box. Welcome to Visual Basic. So we're going to make a program that will, when the user clicks here, after they've typed something in here, it's going to show this message. Okay, so how are we going to do that? Our first program. So, what are we going to do first? We have to create a new project. So we're going to go to here, Visual Basic Templates. We're going to choose this type. And we're going to make sure that this is clicked. We're going to give it a name. And we're going to click OK. Then what are we going to do? We're going to put, remember over here, we had what was called the toolbox window. Remember over here we had the toolbox window. We're going to find button in here, so here, and we're going to drag it over here. And then we're going to drag another instance of it over here, and so on. We're going to find the things that we want to put on this form in here and drag them onto the screen. So we're going to find button, we're going to put it here, then we're going to do another button, we're going to put it here, then we're going to do label, we're going to put it here. We're going to do text box, we're going to drag it here. Okay, by the way, you can also just instead of dragging, you can double click and it'll just show up on the screen. Then you drag it over to where you want. Okay, so we're going to do that. Then we need to change the properties, the text properties of this button, this label. Okay, so we have to figure out how to do that, how to change the text properties. And then, what are we going to do? Some more stuff. And then we have to put our code in here. And this is, well, we'll see that in a minute. Here's the code, which we'll type in there. And we have this also. And we'll have our program. We have to compile it. We have to compile it. Okay, so let's see what he says, how he describes all these steps. So we start making a simple, making a program plan. So what does he mean by a plan? A simple description of the desired characteristics and functionality of the program. Often includes an efficient method of solution, an algorithm. Well, in this case, there's not going to be any algorithm. Just doing something very simple. Example, a plan for adding 2 decimal numbers. Okay, that's pretty simple also, but we're not even doing that. Okay, now we're going to make a simple welcome program. We saw, can say hello, welcome to APU or something like that. And the program purpose, so it's always nice to say what the purpose of the program is before you start to make it. This is a very good thing to think about before you start to make the program. So what is the purpose? To display a simple message and exit. We will use 2 buttons. These buttons are called controls in general. All those objects on that form are referred to as controls. Maybe because they control how the program works. I mean, you can control what happens by clicking on those buttons. So they're called controls. We will use Visual Studio's design window to create these. That's that design window that we've been looking at. That's this. Or not that. Where is it? Going back to here or here. Okay, so we'll use the design window to create these. Okay, now it's good to write the desired functionality. So the program behavior. So this is the kind of plan, the purpose. And now we want to say in kind of more detail what's going to be in the program. So we're going to have a text box. This is called a text box. We're going to have a text box. That's where the user can type something in. You can't type something in here. You can't type something in here. The user cannot. The user can type something in here. But here, the user can type something in there. That's usually a text box. So we want to have a text box which allows our user to input his or her name. Clicking button 1, the welcome button, we want that to display hello and the user's name, which they typed in here, welcome to Visual Basic, and clicking button 2, exit, to close the program. We will add each control to our form using the design window, like we saw, and then add some simple code, VB.NET code.